Hello students, I, Assistant Professor Sandhya Sharma, Journalism and Mass Communication Department of IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today, I'll teach you Wesley and MacLean model of communication. So students, Wesley and MacLean model of communication is given by Wesley and MacLean in 1957. Being one of the creator of journalism studies, Wesley served as a teacher at the University of Wisconsin, Madison between 1946 and 1968. Malcolm was director of University of Journalism School and co-founder of the University College at University of Minnesota. He is Mr. Bruce Lee and Malcolm MacLean. So here is the model given by Wesley and MacLean. You can see x1, x2, x3, x4 and xn. There is A, C and B. So this model can be seen two contexts, interpersonal and mass communication. The point of difference between interpersonal and mass communication is the feedback. In interpersonal, the feedback is direct and fast. In mass communication, the feedback is indirect and slow. Wesley and MacLean realized that communication does not begin when one person starts to talk, but rather when a person responds selectively to his/her physical surroundings. Yes, Wesley and MacLean also realized or also said about the same thing. Communication process completes only if there is a feedback. It is a strong relationship between response from surroundings and the process of communication. When communication begins? Communication begins only when a person receives message from surroundings. Each receiver responds to the message they received based on their object of orientation. Yes. Merits and demerits. This model accounts for feedback. If feedback is not there, then communication is not there. It can account for different modes of communication, that is, for both interpersonal communication and mass communication. It is predictive model of communication and very descriptive also. It also accounts for non-binary interaction. This means that it will remain good even for communications involving more than two sources. This model is two-dimensional. It cannot account for multi-dimensions. This means that this model will not be applicable for typical communication events that involve broader context and wide range of communication messages, because it is only two-dimensional.